Press, and we are your lovely hosts tonight. I am Taylor, and this is my companion, Jamae. Tonight, we're going to be teaching you about this wonderful genre of literature called poetry. Some of you may ask, what is poetry? Well, poetry is a literary work in which special intensity is given to the expression of feelings and ideas by the use of distinctive style and rhythm. Jamae, what kind of poems appeal most to children?
I would say acrostic, free verse, odes, riddles, and limericks. They're really fun and playful for the children. They're silly, they rhyme, and children just really enjoy them. And when they read them, they can think of images in their head that connect to their imagination.
And some also might ask, where did this poetry come from? Well, in the early years, poetry started off being geared towards adults. There wasn't anything really geared for children, and it was very didactic or very religious. Towards the mid to the late 20th century, poems started coming out as being silly or having the ability to relate to children's lives and sibling rivalries, school, monsters, and just complete nonsense. Authors such as Dr. Seuss and Shel Silverstein have chosen to accomplish this task. Jamae, why don't you read this great little poem that you've picked out for us today?
And today we're going to read Runny Babbit by Shel Silverstein. Runny the Fickin' Charmer. Runny worked on a fickin' charm to make some extra pay, with rowing cruisers and hucking clams, laying empty twigs a day. But he forgot to cheat the fickins, and he wouldn't pin up the clue. So the hoosters, wrens, and chicken littles, they all just flew the foop. This is one of his poems where he switches out the letters to give it a fun sense for the children.
More criteria for poetry would include sounds such as alliteration, onomatopoeia, and rhyme. Alliteration is a sound that is gone over and over and repeated more than one time, such as many mumbling mice making mini music for the moonlight. Onomatopoeia are sounds that you can read, such as boom and clap and snap. And rhyme is every other word or every word at the end of the sentence that rhymes, such as a rhyme scheme of A, A, B, B, C, C. Authors will use illustrations to reiterate their point of the poem, and it provides insight into what the poem is supposed to actually look like and how you're supposed to feel.
When it comes to insight, it depends on the type of poems. Some poems give you a sad feeling, some poems make you happy, and some poems will sit there and relate to something personal. It all depends. But with most poems with children, it makes them excited. Poems about going outside, going to school, spending time with friends, just things that really interest the children.
Well, that's all for today. I hope you've experienced a great, wonderful night at
French